Previously.
Lord of the Underworld, what does everybody and their mother want from me today?
As you all probably know by now, the Ageless Sage has disappeared.
They think something happened to him, and that I might be responsible.
Everybody in the magic community knows that you hated his guts.
My entire world is literally breaking apart, and the longer I'm trapped here, the worse it's going to get.
If we split his duty of protecting the magic realm between three of us, we should be able to recreate his power.
I'd build a time machine, and I'm going to need a very powerful witch to make it work properly.
That's enough, Nate.
But I'm still thirsty.
You're staying at my house today.
Someone obviously wants to see me punished for whatever happened to the Ageless Sage. Ah!
What a fascinating place. What is this? An asteroid belt? The event horizon of a black hole? An asteroid belt inside a black hole? Hello, I guess?
Nice raincoat. Season's brand, isn't it? But you're not going to need that here. It doesn't rain in the realm of magic.
Sorry for the potentially stupid question, sir, but are you a witch by any chance?
What? No, of course not. What an extremely offensive thing to say.
Oh, I'm terribly sorry. Excuse me.
Just kidding. Yes, I'm a witch. Everyone here is. I suppose you're new to the craft?
Indeed, and I could use some help.
You've come to the right place then. Tomes, brooms, sexy witchy outfits, potion ingredients, or just your first magic wand, you'll find everything here at Caster's Alley. Trust me, I know, because I used to work here myself.
A magic wand? What do I need that for? I've been casting all my spells using my hands.
And they worked? Well, congratulations then. But a wand might make it easier for you to focus your energy on a specific target, be that a person, an object, or anything really. Spell casting through your hands tends to be rather imprecise and is therefore only advisable for more advanced and experienced witches.
Thank you for the advice. I think I'll get a wand then. The one with the star on the tip looks nice. I like stars.
Anything else I can help you with? The stall over there has brooms. You can always use the portals to get to the other islands, but flying over the abyss on a broom is much more fun.
I'm afraid I've spent my last money on this wand. But tell me, how do these portals work? Are they like wormholes?
I don't know what that is, but if you want to know more about the portals, talk to the Ageless Sage. He's the one who created them.
The Ageless Sage? Can you tell me more about him? Hello there. I'm looking for the Ageless Sage, and I was told he lives in this house.
His room is downstairs, but he's just getting ready for bed. Maybe come back tomorrow?
Sure. That ghost witch was right. The woman froze, but the fire didn't. I suppose this wand wasn't such a bad idea.
Who are you? Didn't the High Priestess tell you that I do not wish to be disturbed?
Don't worry, you can go to sleep in just a second.
Jaden, we can't just walk into Andalise's room when she's not here.
Maybe you can't, but you're also not her favorite nephew, so yeah, better stay outside.
What do you mean? She doesn't have a favorite.
Everyone has favorites, Daisy, even your teachers at school. They just aren't allowed to admit it. But that book must be here somewhere.
Hello? Is someone up there? Help.
Got it.
What are you going to do with it?
Read it, of course. The thing you usually do with a book. Which you would know if you could read yourself.
I can read. I just prefer picture books.
I can hear them, but they can't hear me, because their senses are much weaker than mine. She's building some kind of machine. But what for?
Okay, I told you at the panel discussion what I would use a time machine for. What about you, Wilbica? I suppose you're just as interested in learning about the past as I am.
Yes, but my personal history is what interests me the most. When my brother and I were younger, we both lost something important. More than one thing actually. I guess I'd like to go back and find out what exactly happened that day, maybe even retrieve what we lost, if possible.
Sounds like a good plan. What is it you lost, if you don't mind my asking?
My childhood.
Oh God. Wilbica, I'm so sorry.
Don't look at me like that, I wasn't raped or anything. It's not that bad, but I'd rather not talk about it, to be honest.
That's alright. Evelyn?
There's no point in even discussing this. It's not real.
You always get mad when I say the same thing about Adam and Eve and the talking snake, but you saying it about science is okay?
I'm sorry, I guess I just can't imagine at all how that is supposed to work. A talking snake may be just as ridiculous, but I know what a snake looks like, I know what human language sounds like, and I can put those things together in my mind, whether they're real or not. But going back in time, witnessing or even changing history, that's just so outlandish.
It's actually quite simple. All you need is a wormhole to bend space and time, some exotic matter to stabilize it, and a little magic to make everything work.
Right. If that's all we need, I'll just see what I can find in my fridge, you get the rest from the stores, and then let's get started.
You're awake. Good. Any last words before justice is served?
You think throwing me into the abyss, without any proof that I actually did what you're accusing me of, is justice? Well, I never thought much of the realm of magic police, but I did think you were better than this.
I may only have circumstantial evidence linking you to this crime, but what about all the others you did commit but were never held accountable for? Your husband Lorenzo was last seen fighting with you almost 20 years ago, and now the Ageless Sage, your arch-enemy #1, has gone missing too. Don't you think it's suspicious that people who don't get along with you have a habit of vanishing into thin air?
And you're willing to kill me just because of your suspicion?
The abyss has no bottom for you to smash into, so technically I'm not killing you, just making you disappear, like you did the Ageless Sage.
I didn't.
Then you have nothing to fear. If he turns up alive and confirms your story, someone might just come after you on a broom and get you out of there. But until then, enjoy your endless plunge.
Well done, Stelmaria.
What? You didn't have a broom with you when I pushed you off. How did you get back here?
You came to my house this morning to attack me, didn't you? Unfortunately for you, the person you knocked out was my clone, like the one you just threw into the abyss. You should quit romp and launch a clone disposal business, because you're so much better at that than being a detective.
2 clones down, the original still stands. But not for long.
You think you can take me on, just because you beat a few defenseless clones? Prepare for a nasty surprise.
What kind of magical orgy is going on up there?
Doesn't look like common fireworks.
Give up. You can't defeat me.
I can't let you get away with this either. Confess now, and your sentence may turn out less severe.
You're only saying this because you're afraid of me. Bitch, where did you come from?
Don't mind me, I just spawned here. And you?
Stop fighting.
Morbino!
Did you just turn my daughter into a garden gnome? Turn her back immediately.
She asked for it. And besides, don't you think she's a lot nicer like this? Party pooper.
You're going to pay for this, bitch.
Leave me alone, I didn't do anything.
Stelmaria, no. I know you want to get justice for the Ageless Sage, but the High Priestess and I have been talking, and we don't think that Aya is the culprit.
Thank you. Both of you. But men will have babies before this coward admits a mistake. Not that there's anything wrong with being impregnated by aliens, Pompiliu.
I have to admit, it was quite the unique experience.
Fine, I'll bite. Who is the culprit then?
We think it's a new witch who showed up here a few days ago and requested an audience with the sage, but it was already quite late, so I sent her away. She said she'd come back the next day, but the sage was already gone by then and she never did come back.
She was wearing sunglasses and a purple season's raincoat with the hood up. I didn't see much of her face, but I think I'd recognize her if I saw her again.
Me too. We must find and interrogate every woman who owns such a coat.
You know, there used to be a time when young women everywhere would swoon over me, but all they see nowadays is a scary ghost, so it's best if I stay here.
We can all stay here, because that plan is rubbish. Do you have any idea how popular the Seasons brand is, and how many people have that exact coat? Even the mortal mayor of Windenburg was wearing one the last time I saw her, and we're definitely not going to drop in on her and ask where she's keeping the Ageless Sage.
Aya Mammini, what are you? Hey.
Where is the Ageless Sage?
I have no idea what you're talking about. Who are you anyway?
Please excuse our unexpected intrusion. I'm High Priestess Omaris, and we're looking for the leader of our coven.
What coven?
A sect. Just a harmless sect, nothing satanic or anything, don't worry about it. Every now and then I get a little bored, so I join different clubs just for fun. You know how we get with age.
He's not here. Do you know anyone else with a Seasons coat?
You can't be serious.
Is this another child you kidnapped?
I'm giving him piano lessons. You can ask his parents next door. Aya, what is the meaning of this?
It's a, Halloween prank.
Halloween is still 7 months away.
Not the autumn Halloween, the spring Halloween. Never heard of that? Seriously, Charmaine, that's an alarming lack of general knowledge for a private teacher.
Hello, could we please come in for a second?
How did you even find me? Where I live is supposed to be a secret.
Step aside, we need to take a look at your house.
What?
Good evening, miss. Do you have a minute to talk about our Lord and Savior? Don't look at me like that. It's her fault that people confuse us with Jehovah's Witnesses.
We're never getting anywhere like this.
Told you.
Then let's head back to the magic realm.
Thank you for inviting us, Wilbica. That was fun. But it's late, time for us to go home.
Too bad we couldn't share the news with my family together. I have no idea where they are.
Can I use the bathroom before we go?
Sure, but you need to go upstairs. The toilet down here is broken. It's the door right across from the stairs.
I'll be waiting in the car.
Thanks again for speaking to the principal, Elise. I can't wait to take classes at Foxbury.
So, thirsty. Must have blood.
Evelyn? Is everything alright?
We have to get out of here, quickly. There's a burglar upstairs and his eyes.
Nate!
You know this guy? Who is he? What is he? What are you doing? We have to go.
You can't outrun a vampire, especially not his bat form. Bloody fucking hell, where does my mother keep the garlic?
A vampire? But... oh god.
Damn it, I can't use magic in front of her.
Willy, where are you? I heard a scream.
Tiamo, we have a situation here.
You're dreaming. None of this is real, and you won't remember it when you get home.
Thank you. That was too close.
Shit. Guess I should have let him drink a little more this morning. But I'm still new to this whole vampire mentoring thing.
Do you know where Mum is?
She hasn't returned from the realm of magic, and that's why we have bigger problems than a rabid vampire at the moment. I'll take care of Nate. You should go with your friends and stay with them until I come pick you up.
No way. I'm going to the magic realm myself. Come Evelyn, your sister is waiting.
But I'm dreaming, right?
Doesn't mean you have to stay in the kitchen forever. You'll wake up once you step outside the house. Let's go.
This is so exciting. Wait until I tell my husband that I've come into contact with the supernatural, even if it only happened in a dream. He will believe that I'm possessed by a demon.
Marriage goals, I guess.
So nothing has changed. We're not even one step closer to solving this mystery.
With such a stupid plan to knock on every door in the whole wide world and look for a woman with a season's coat, what did you expect?
If you have a better idea, let's hear it.
I have the greatest idea ever. I'll just go home and leave you to sort out your own mess.
You're not going anywhere. Until the Ageless Sage returns, you're still a suspect.
Does that apply to me too? Because I'm tired. This pet bed over there is only cat-sized, and there are no doghouses in this world. Who makes stuff for pets without considering doghouses anyway?
I can't think of one more thing to try, although I'm very reluctant to suggest it. There is a wishing well on the garden island.
No way. A wishing well only makes things even worse 9 out of 10 times.
I have to agree. If you ask it questions, its answers are more open to interpretation than the ending of Lost. If you ask it to grant a wish, the cost is greater than any sacrifice our leader has ever demanded of his followers. We should only use this as a last resort.
Well, then consider this our last resort. Nothing is more important than finding the Ageless Sage.
What was that? An earthquake on a floating island?
This can only mean one thing. The absence of the power holding the islands together is finally taking its toll. The realm of magic is starting to fall apart.
All this trouble for a time machine, and you don't even have the faintest idea how much more trouble you're asking for by using that thing.
See? This is why I didn't tell you sooner what I was building. I could do without the sermons. But now I need your magic to complete it.
Why should I help you doom yourself and the entire world?
Because the sooner I let you go, the more will be left of your own world for you to save. And don't worry about being co-responsible for a potential temporal paradox that might destroy the universe. If it ever comes to that, you won't remember your involvement, because my vampire friend will make you forget that you are even here.
Dr. Donovan is an expert in her field of work. There's no one more trustworthy when it comes to dealing with matters as delicate as space-time. Just do as she says.
But I can't. All the magic I'm able to provide is designed to affect the world here and now. I could not send anyone on a trip through time, even if I wanted.
You don't need to. That's what the machine is for. It generates a wormhole to a destination determined by the spatial and temporal coordinates in the built-in computer, and I'm using technology inspired by the fog machine to fill the hole with clouds of exotic matter and keep it from collapsing. The problem is that any regular matter it comes into contact with, like that of a human body, will still destabilize it. You've created portals to enter and leave the magic realm and travel between islands. How did you make them safe to pass through?
With a simple charm that makes entering matter intangible until it leaves at the other end. People basically turn into ghosts for a few seconds, and what cannot be touched cannot touch anything else either.
I've never tried my hand at spells like that, but it sounds like it could work. So I let you out, you do your thing with that intangible charm, then I'll put it to the test, and if it works, you're a free baby. Do we have a deal?
What choice do I have? Let's get this over with.
This place has seen better days. Why are the islands shaking?
Willy, what the hell is going on here?
No idea, but we have to find Mum and get out.
Hurry. We're doing what we can to protect the islands, but I don't know for how long I can keep this up.
Who's going to pay the price?
It was my idea, and I'm responsible for the magic realm in our leader's absence, so I will.
Wishing well, O magic fountain, you whose strength can move a mountain.
Please accept our sacrifice for your assistance and advice to stop the supernatural thunder that's tearing our magic realm asunder. Help us out with a magic spell. Oh, wishing well, oh, wishing well. Wishing well, oh, magic fountain, you whose strength can move a mountain. Please accept our sacrifice for your assistance and advice to stop the supernatural thunder that's tearing our magic realm asunder. Help us out with a magic spell. Oh, wishing well, oh, wishing well.
Mum.
Hey, weren't you two supposed to hide somewhere safe?
So that's it? No more magic realm apocalypse? Where are the terrible wishing well consequences that everybody was so afraid of?
They will reveal themselves to us, or to me specifically. It's only a matter of time. And I'm afraid that a little time is also the only thing we got out of this deal. Disaster will strike again, and we have to find our leader before that happens.
I'm here.
Ageless Sage. Thank goodness you're alright. We were so worried. Where have you been?
Funny story. I went out into the mortal realm to get a little taste of what life is like over there, but lost my way in a huge clothing store and couldn't find the exit. When I asked an assistant for help, she immediately called social services, and it only went downhill from there. Apparently mortals are not used to babies wandering around on their own.
Then you were never kidnapped?
Kidnapped? Please, I'm the most powerful witch currently in existence. Unless they know a spell to render me completely helpless, by stopping time or something impossible like that, no one can even get close to me without my permission.
Still, Maria, I think you owe me an apology.
Sure, where do you want it? Down your throat, or up your ass?
So you are the Ageless Sage. Wow, you're absolutely not what I expected.
And you are absolutely your mother's child. To what do I owe the rare honor of your visit? I am Mammini.
Nothing. We were just about to leave. Come, bitch.
Let's go to the main building. I have the nastiest cold. Sorry, that wasn't my intention.
All this chaos just because the leader of the magic community got lost in a clothing store. I'm not sure I buy that.
I'm not sure I care, but I think I don't. At least no one is getting on my nerves anymore. Did I miss anything important?
It seems like I'll be attending Foxbury Institute soon. Oh, and Nate attacked Evelyn in a blood frenzy and nearly got us exposed, but Tiamo and I handled the situation.
So where did you bury her?
Bury Evelyn? No, I altered her memory and left Nathan in the care of an older vampire I trust.
You could have just let him suck her dry. That would have solved the problem too. Anyway, I've had enough action for one day. Who's in for a little vacation next weekend?